Maybe we can start today with something from Reddit. Weird discussion, but any tips for people that are generally unskilled and don't have great people skills? I've been grinding in retail ever since I was 16, now 31. I've had times in my life where I did have a side hustle. Did photo retouching briefly, currently doing art via Patreon. But my ultimate downfall is simply getting overwhelmed talking to people. So it's always been easier for me to just work a second retail job, even though it's way more work and physically exhausting. I can handle the physical stress better than the mental stress. So my question is, for people who feel like they can be entrepreneurs despite a lack of skills in certain areas, how do you compensate? What's your advice for someone like me that just can't make it on retail alone? I want to maximize the value of my time. I mean, if you take what this person is saying is that, so they have some sort of talent, but because they lack the people skills and they feel overwhelmed doing the storytelling part, it's almost like this person just gave up on their dream. Creative pursuits or creative people who suffer from not being able to communicate their ideas and not having the soft skills sometimes. Doing the work is one part of the equation. Selling the work is a completely different part of the equation. You could even argue that, you could do average or decent work and sell it as amazing work. And you could do amazing work and not be able to sell it. It's almost like the selling part determines the value of the work. It's so important. As you practice your craft daily, it's important to build a muscle for selling. I mean, you could also look at it in another way, which is that with the internet, all these different digital platforms, you don't really have to be in front of people a whole lot. Even if you are an introvert, you can still sell. You can sell by, for example, if you feel shy being in front of the camera, write articles and blogs. You could even record a podcast. Putting your perspective out there, even if you are introverted, you're setting the tone and you're setting the expectations with prospective client or customer. I'm actually surprised that this person is working 2 retail jobs. I'm pretty sure that those are customer facing and public facing. So I would say to this person is that the skills that they have, if they were to do a podcast, write articles, and put their perspective out there, they could leverage that to get more work. Even if they were to just live stream, because when you live stream, you're just talking to yourself, you are doing something very public facing, but at the same time, you're in the safety of your own studio space. So that's one advice I would definitely give to this person. Let's move to the next topic. It's funny that I'm logging into Twitter and the first thing that I see is a post on permissionless leverage by Visualize Value. I mean, the idea comes from Nubble. He talks about it quite a bit, which is that earlier in the day, you had to go through a big company, a big studio to get your name out there. Example being, if you're a filmmaker, now you can make a piece of content and put it on YouTube. Basically, there's no middleman between you and your audience. By the way, if you're that person on Reddit, I would highly recommend listening to Nubble. So by leveraging the internet, you can go directly to your audience, make something once, and have it be consumed multiple times, millions of times. Maybe one day in the future, you're watching this video underneath probably has 1 million views. You never know.